Sir Alastair Cook, The Complete Biography and Cricket History. Few cricketers in the world can claim the longevity, consistency, and quiet mastery that defined Sir Alastair Nathan Cook, a name now written permanently in the golden pages of cricket history. Revered as England's greatest test opener, celebrated as one of the most mentally tough batters ever produced, and admired for his humility and quiet determination, Cook's cricket journey remains one of the most inspirational stories England has ever known. From his teenage days at Bedford School, through the grind of county cricket, to the towering heights of international stardom where he became England's all-time leading test run scorer. Cook carved a legacy built not on flamboyance, but on discipline, grit, and an unshakable hunger for long innings. This is the complete, deeply detailed, and fully engaged biography of the man popularly called Chef, the batsman who fed on long hours at the crease, and the captain who led England through some of its greatest modern triumphs. Early life and background. Alastair Nathan Cook was born on 25th December 1984 in Gloucester, England, into a middle-class family far removed from aggressive sporting ambitions. His father, Graham, worked in the agricultural sector, while his mother, Stephanie, was a teacher. Cook's childhood was built around a combination of discipline, modesty, and the outdoors, elements that would later shape his personality as a calm, grounded cricketer. Cook's real gateway into the game came when he joined Bedford School, one of England's oldest and most respected institutions, known for nurturing musical and academic excellence as much as sporting prowess. Though Cook became a chorister and displayed natural musical talent, cricket quickly overshadowed everything else. At Bedford, his cricketing rise was meteoric. He scored over 4,000 runs for the school team. He made 2 double centuries at school level. He was recognized as a once-in-a-generation batting prodigy. His technique, compact, controlled, and based on patience, was already visible at age 15. Most importantly, Cook was blessed with an ability few teenagers possessed, the appetite to bat for hours. This stubbornness at the crease would later define much of his international career. Early domestic career, the beginning at Essex. During a school match tour, Cook was spotted by Essex County Cricket Club, a relationship that would last throughout his career. At Essex, Cook found mentors who polished his raw potential into professional skill. In 2003, he made his first-class debut for Essex as an 18-year-old and immediately made an impression with his calmness and composure. Cook's initial domestic years were marked by rapid adaptation to first-class cricket, early centuries that highlighted patience beyond his age, selection for England's U19 team, tours that prepared him for international cricket. His maturity and consistency earned widespread recognition, and it wasn't long before national selectors fast-tracked him toward international cricket. But fate also played a surprising role. In early 2006, England had an injury crisis during a tour of India. Cook was on an England A, now Lions tour of West Indies at the time. He received an unexpected phone call. Pack your bags. Fly to Nagpur. You're going to open for England. He had no idea this was the beginning of a legendary career. International debut, a dream beginning, 2006. In March 2006, Cook made his test debut against India in Nagpur. The conditions were challenging, the bowling attack was experienced, and England needed stability. What followed was a debut only few could dream of. 60 in the first innings, unbeaten 104 in the second innings, he became the 5th Englishman to score a century on debut. From that moment, England had found their next long-term opener, though no one knew then that he would eventually become their greatest. Cook's game was built on a rock-solid defense, a relentless cut shot, patience bordering on iron-willed stubbornness, a refusal to get flustered. This was the foundation of his greatness. The rise, establishing himself as England's Ironman 2006-2009. Between 2006 and 2009, Cook became the backbone of England's top order. He consistently produced runs in both home and away conditions. His first 3 years saw 9 test centuries, over 3,000 test runs, several match-saving innings, a growing reputation as a dependable opener. He formed strong opening partnerships with Andrew Strauss, creating one of England's most successful modern duos. Cook's ability to grind bowlers down made him a captain's dream and a bowler's nightmare. Off the field, he remained low profile, polite, calm, and devoted to mastering his craft. Ashes, highs, and lows before captaincy. Cook played his first Ashes series in 2006-07, a difficult experience as England were crushed 5-0. However, Cook's mental resilience allowed him to learn from the beating rather than crumble under it. By the 2009 Ashes series in England, Cook was better, more mature, and more reliable, helping England regain the urn. Yet his real Ashes statement was yet to come. The golden year, the 2010-11 Ashes masterclass. The 2010-11 Ashes series in Australia would become the defining moment of Cook's batting career. In conditions historically difficult for English batters, Cook produced one of the greatest batting performances in Ashes history. 76 runs. Averaged 127-66. 3 centuries, including an incredible 235. England won the Ashes in Australia for the first time in 24 years, and Cook was the centre of the triumph. This series elevated Cook from talented opener to world-class batsman and placed him among England's modern legends, becoming England's Test captain 2012. In 2012, Cook was appointed England's Test captain, succeeding Andrew Strauss. His leadership style was calm, calculated, and team-focused. Unlike aggressive captains, Cook led through discipline and example. His captaincy began with one of England's greatest overseas achievements. England's historic series win in India 2012-13, Cook scored 176 in Ahmedabad, 122 in Mumbai. For 90 in Kolkata, England won the series 2-1, becoming the first team to defeat India in 8 years. Cook's batting and leadership received universal praise. Leadership through transition, 2013-2016. Cook's captaincy years were a period of major change for England. Senior players retired, rising players entered, and the team moved toward a more aggressive brand of cricket. Through it all, Cook remained the glue holding the side together. Key achievements as captain. Most Test wins by an England captain until Joe Root broke record, are leading England to number 1 ODI ranking in 2012. Multiple Ashes victories, all guiding young players like Root, Stokes, Wokes, and Bairstow. However, captaincy also brought challenges. The Kevin Peterson controversy, heavy ODI criticism, tough away tours. Despite the pressure, Cook carried himself with dignity. Even in struggles, he never blamed others, never shouted, and never showed ego. His quiet resilience earned respect across the cricket world. Batting style, the science of patience. Alastair Cook's batting was not flashy. He wasn't an aggressive stroke maker like Peterson, nor a technical genius like Root. Instead, Cook mastered the art of outlasting bowlers, playing late, minimal footwork but perfect angles, a ruthless cut shot, unbreakable concentration. His mental strength was his greatest weapon. Cook often said, "I wasn't gifted. I just worked harder than others." His batting was a lesson in discipline. Leave outside off stump. Wait for the cut or clip where bowlers down. Capitalize when they break. He built his career on endurance, not elegance. Major milestones and records. Cook retired as one of the most decorated Test openers in cricket history. His career includes England's all-time leading Test run score, 12 with 472 runs. Most Test centuries for England, 33 centuries. Youngest player to reach, 5,000 runs, 6,000 runs, 7,000 runs. Fifth most Test runs in cricket history. Only English player to score a Test century in his debut and farewell match. Over 50,000 professional runs across formats. One of the longest-serving Test captains. His longevity and consistency made him one of cricket's living legends. Final Test series and the emotional farewell, 2018. After struggles in form and intense media pressure, Cook decided to retire in September 2018, during the Test series against India. What happened next was the perfect ending to a legendary story. Cook scored 71 in the first innings. Cook scored a fairy tale century, 147 in his final innings. The Oval crowd gave him multiple standing ovations. Players from both sides applauded. Fans cried. Cook walked off with tears in his eyes, but peace in his heart. His final act in Test cricket was poetic. A century, just like his debut, post-retirement life, the gentleman farmer. After retiring, Cook returned to a quiet life on his family farm. He continued playing county cricket for Essex, not for fame, but simply because he loved the game. He also became a respected broadcaster for BBC's Test Match Special. Cook is now celebrated as a cricketing gentleman, a humble ambassador of English sport, a role model for discipline and professionalism, a timeless Test batting icon. In 2019, he received a knighthood for services to cricket, becoming Sir Alastair Cook. Legacy: why Alastair Cook will always be a legend. Cook's greatness lies not in swagger, but in substance. He wasn't loud, he wasn't flashy, he didn't seek attention. He built his greatness through hard work, patience, humility, mental toughness, absolute dedication. His story teaches every young cricketer that you don't need to be the most talented player. You need to be the most committed. His legacy includes being England's greatest Test opener, a captain who brought stability and dignity, a batter who never gave up, no matter the pressure, a sportsman respected worldwide for character, not just skill. Cook's career represents the purest form of Test cricket, the battle of patience, discipline, and mental strength. Conclusion: the quiet warrior. Sir Alastair Cook's cricket journey is one of the most remarkable in the history of the game. From a young chorister in Bedford to England's all-time greatest Test run scorer, Cook's life is a celebration of perseverance, professionalism, and passion. He leaves behind a legacy that will inspire cricket lovers for generations. A legend who played the game the right way, a captain who led with honesty, a batsman who could bat forever, a role model of humility and fame. In the end, Cook didn't just score runs, he built a legacy of discipline, leadership, and timeless class.